What's up guys and girls out there? If you've already been rocking with my videos, thank you for watching again. If you're new here, I really appreciate you stopping by. You could have been anywhere else on YouTube, but you chose this channel. So for that, I'm truly grateful. If you found this video to be a vibe, hit the subscribe button, like, share this content, and with that, let's get into the video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the art of allowance, giving your woman allowance. Should you do it? Are you a simp? Whether you just started dating a Filipina online or you're already living here, this issue comes up eventually. Should you give her an allowance? How much is fair? Is it love, support, or just paying for companionship? Let's talk about it. Of course, as always, I want you guys, the subscribers and the newcomers, to jump in the comments and share your experiences. This is always an open conversation, and I always reply back to my comments. Let's get into it. Bad guys from the beach. It's been a long day. I'm pretty tired. Let's start with some context, especially for those new to the Philippines or online dating. In many Filipino relationships, especially where the man is financially better off, it's not uncommon for the guy to support the woman, whether it's for groceries, bills, or just day-to-day life. Now, some foreigners might think, wait, isn't that gold digging? Well, it depends how you look at it. I might not see it as gold digging because my woman, I trust her. I know she's not like that. But if you're just starting off, and you're just dating her for a few months and she kind of alludes to some kind of allowance, then you might want to worry. See, lots of these women come from modest backgrounds. Giving an allowance isn't always about buying affection. Sometimes it's about genuinely helping someone you care about or that cares about you. But the key is knowing the difference between support and being taken advantage of. Now, my question to you, if you're dating a Filipino or living with one now, do you give her allowance? Drop a comment down below. I really want to know you guys' situation if you guys want to start a discussion. So let's say you've decided you want to help her out. The next big question for you that you should ask yourself is, how much? You see, I know some guys giving as little as 1,500 pesos a week. That's equivalent to about $25 to $30. And others giving 10,000 to 20,000 pesos a month, which is about $175 to $350. It really depends on her situation, your situation, and what the allowance covers. This is my opinion and based on all the analysis and data that I've gathered from the expat communities that I'm involved in and real testimonies. Ask yourself this: is she working or studying? Does she have kids or family to support? Are you living together? Are you covering other expenses like rent or bills? And don't forget, if you're paying everything already, an allowance might be unnecessary. But if she's helping around the house, managing your house, maybe cooking and supporting you emotionally, then giving something might feel fair to you. It's just the right thing to do. It's not paying for companionship, and it's not throwing money around just to show your love. So for you guys out there, would you guys have a rule of thumb? Is there a sweet spot amount that works without spoiling her or without making it transactional? You gotta ask yourself the important question, and is it helping or hurting your relationship? You see, some guys feel that giving an allowance builds trust. It shows that they're serious and willing to support her. But for others, it can flip the power dynamic or cause resentment, especially if the girl starts seeing you more as an ATM than as a partner. And this is where many expats get burned. God damn, there are many that do. And there's actually one that was scammed for over $40,000. So we gotta be careful, guys. There are great women out there, but there are also some of those mixed in the bunch. So she's sweet and loving until the money runs low. That could be your sign. Suddenly she's cold, she's busy, or worst case, she disappears. You find out she's getting allowance and it's from someone else, another foreigner. What the hell? This happens. I've heard of these stories and I've lived through some of them myself. A woman who truly cares for you will appreciate support, but won't demand it or threaten to leave you when it stops. Those are some of the rule of thumbs that I live by as a man living in the Philippines, dating in this country. Now for you guys, have you ever had a Filipina ghost you after you stopped sending money? Or one who stayed loyal through hard times? Because it happened to be even me. I happened to be down and out one time in my life. My woman still stuck by my side. And actually, she was in the position to help me out, which is crazy. Now, how do we set boundaries? Here's what I suggest based on what I've experienced and what I've seen. You gotta be upfront. You say, hey, I'm willing to help you, but let's agree on what this is for. Lay the foundation and lay out what these things are actually being used for. Never give money out of guilt or to buy love. That's stupid. That's a simp. If she's asking for money all the time and gives little back emotionally, you better watch out. Consider like a trial period. Support her for about a few months, 1 to 2 months, and then reevaluate based on her behavior. Stop the allowance and see what happens. But don't forget you can say no. Being generous doesn't mean being stupid. The right Filipino will understand your limits. Don't give more than you can afford to lose. Seriously, treat it like money you may never see again. Avoid pay per love agreements. If she only shows affection when you hand her cash, that's not a partner. That's a transaction. Observe her gratitude. Does she say thank you, or does she act entitled? If you're still online dating, don't give a girl an allowance unless you've met her in person. That's just common sense. And even then, be cautious. There are so many dudes that get enamored by these young women and they send money online and then they get burned. Sometimes those girls just split on them. Do you really think when you're dating online that you're the only option? This isn't about being stingy. It's about self-respect and protecting yourself emotionally and financially. Giving your Filipina an allowance isn't automatically a bad thing. In fact, for the right woman, it can be a beautiful gesture of love and partnership. But for the wrong one, it can drain your wallet, your heart, and your peace of mind. That's why we need to talk about this openly, share experiences, and help each other navigate these relationships smarter. So now it's your turn. Drop your story, advice, or even regrets in the comments. Do you give your Filipina an allowance? Has it helped or hurt your relationship? And anything that you may have experienced, good or bad, so we can help the other expats out there. With that being said, guys, this is a quick one. I'm gonna wrap it up and saying thanks for the 3,000 subscribers. You guys, we hit the mark. Let's push for 3,500 subs. A lot of you guys been loving the content and I appreciate the support. I'm really, truly grateful for that. I'll be trying to upload as much as possible, but I do have 2 kids and things get a little hectic around here. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Always date smart, live happy, and I'll see you on the next video.